Let's switch tracks now. The suspense over the release of Thalapathy starrer Jana Nayagan continues. But the Madras High Court today is set to hear the plea filed by the makers of the film, Jana Nayagan, against the CBFC over the grant of a censorship certificate to the film. You see, Supreme Court last week had declined to intervene on the certification issue and directed the makers to approach the Madras High Court. So in their plea, the makers have asked for a time-bound certification for the film, and they have also requested that the matter not be referred to any other committee after the review committee delivers its final decision. Sam Daniel tracking the latest and what to expect during the course of the day. Sam, when we were speaking earlier, you had mentioned that the matter has been listed for before lunch. Is it fair to say that the matter will be addressed between 11 and 12 noon today or later?
That's the expectation, Parameshwar, around 11 and 11:30, and before lunch we should have the orders ready. And legal experts anticipate four possibilities. One, the producer of the film may say yes for a revising committee review. In that case, it could take time because the chairman of the CBFC could still exercise his right to order for another revising committee review, and the release could further get delayed. Secondly, the producer may stick to his stand and may oppose revising committee review, and then the writ appeal may be allowed. The matter could go to the Supreme Court. Thirdly, the court may decide to send back the case to the single judge, granting more time for CBFC to file its counter. Again, time consuming. And fourthly, a remote possibility, the court may uphold the single judge order directing the CBFC to grant clearance for the film, which many say could be a remote possibility. And whether it's advantage for Vijay, whether it's advantage for CBFC, the team that suffers a setback is bound to move the Supreme Court, and this could in a sense turn into a long-drawn legal battle. The film seen to be the farewell film for actor Vijay, who has now made his political debut, has already missed its date for a Pongal release, and the fans and the party has been quite silent about this, letting the legal process to take its course. But politically, the ruling DMK and the Congress allege that the BJP at the centre is now using the Film Certification Board to arm twist Vijay to support NDA before elections in Tamil Nadu, something the BJP has denied, and all eyes would be on what the court would rule in a few hours from now.
Thank you for the latest action, Sam. As always, thanks so much. Meanwhile, as Sam was reporting, let's just break down the 5 scenarios for you ahead of the High Court. The first scenario, the review committee with the deadline. The court may actually direct the review panel with a time limit. So the producers are likely to agree if the deadline is clear. The CBFC chief can then still order another committee, and then possible certification delays actually persist. The second scenario, the appeal is argued in court. Producers may reject the review committee. The appeal may be heard on merits before the bench. You see, but if this request is denied, producers can move the Supreme Court. Which brings us to the third scenario. The third scenario, the case may be sent back to a single judge. So the bench may direct a fresh hearing. In that case, CBFC needs to file a reply again, and the process restarts and may delay the film by months. The fourth scenario, the certificate is ordered. The bench may uphold the order for a UA 16+ certificate. The CBFC can still challenge this before the Supreme Court. There is low probability for this outcome at this stage, though. And the fifth and last scenario, in this case, the settlement between the parties. It's the producers and the CBFC, they may work out a practical solution, which is actually the fastest route to certification, which also avoids prolonged litigation and any further delays.